Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more.
You're listening to The Man That Can Project with Lachlan Stuart, a global movement created to empower men and open up what's really going through their minds by having real and raw conversations about life's unique challenges and our individual ways of processing it all. Welcome to The Man That Can Project.
Welcome back, gents. I'm your host, Lachlan Stuart, and thank you for joining me today. It's going to be a short, sharp one, but one that I know is jam-packed full of some perspective, right? And as always, I try to do these as regularly as possible based off conversations that I'm having with my clients, conversations that I have with men, or just things that are going on in our Facebook group or the inner circle, just anywhere, right? Where there's men who are living life like we all are, who are faced with real challenges like we all do, and gain perspectives, but also I jump on here to share how I would tackle these challenges, right? And everyone overcomes and challenges themselves in their own way. But I, thinking back about how much I've changed my life, taking ownership and really understanding the 4 pillars and implementing them in the 8 areas of life has been the greatest thing I've ever fucking done. It has been the hardest thing. I've made a lot of sacrifices. I've had to acknowledge a lot of hard truths about myself, but it has put me in the position to create a life that I want. Okay, and that's what this episode is really about. So enjoy the episode, guys. And just a quick reminder, I appreciate everyone who takes time to listen to this, and I hope you get value. So please, if you do get value, share this with a mate that you know would get value from it. Share it on your socials. Do whatever you can to help spread the message, because the more men that are listening to this, the bigger impact we have, the bigger the brotherhood can grow to. And I get to meet and hear more stories of you guys changing your lives. So I'll see you guys in the free Facebook community, the Man That Can Project, where you get to doing, as I've mentioned a few times, more coaching and training videos in there, free of charge, to give you guys the tools, the resources, the strategies to take ownership, to take your life to that next level. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing that is because when you're ready to really take ownership and to really step up, I want you to have a great foundation behind you, so that if you do decide you want to invest in, whether it's an inner circle, breakthrough program, or one-on-one coaching, you've got an understanding of how I operate, what my beliefs are, and what's possible. So thank you, guys. Enjoy this episode, and we'll speak to you soon. What is going on, gentlemen? Before we dive in, I'll give you a quick rundown on what I've been up to the last 2-3 days. It's been insane. I'm very, very sunburnt, even though I did take time to slip, slop, slap. The sun still got the better of me, but I've had an incredible few days, and I've learned a lot of cool techniques to continue helping me manage and deal with my anxiety and my mental health challenges, but also some things that I'll talk about with you guys, and you can do your own research off the back of that, which is really cool. But obviously, as I've said here, are you shying away, or are you turning your back on this / neglecting things that will, or powerful tools that will allow you to take your life to the next level? Now, I just did a live in the Inner Circle group. And the Inner Circle group is the program where men pay to be a part of, right? They pay to create more momentum, have the accountability, the tools and resources and coaching to go to that next level, right? And there's people I believe are shying away. And as I mentioned in that group, and it's probably good for you guys to hear this, how you guys show up doesn't affect me, and it doesn't affect anyone else in your life. The only person it will affect is you. For a long time, I thought, someone was going to save me. I thought that a lucky break was going to come. And I continued to wait, and nothing happened. And from where I'm sitting now, when I look back in my life, everything good that happened into my life that I thought by chance was actually when I put in effort, I committed to things, and I took action. Right? When I moved to France, when I won state and national level races, when I had good relationships, when I, was just happy, was because I was intentional around what needed to happen in order to achieve that. And one thing I learned along the way was obviously going back to that, is that it falls back on me. No one is going to help you. You can invest in books, listen to podcasts, get coaches, tell everyone what you're going to do, which is all well and good, but nothing is going to change unless you put in the work, right? And what the work looks like is dependent upon what your goals are. But I would imagine, when you set a goal, you would make a plan of what it looks like to achieve that, right? And for those who are in the inner circle, or even if you're in this group, you've joined for a reason, right? You've joined because maybe you wanted to learn some tools to feel more motivated, or to get healthier, or to be around some like-minded people. Maybe you wanted to take your life to the next level, right? Maybe you wanted to just have more self-awareness. Maybe you wanted to improve your relationships, right? It's all different for all of us, but you all have your reason that made you click join group to be here. Now, where it starts to, or where it comes in for you, right, is starting to ask yourself, are you doing all that you can to change, I guess, where you're currently at to get to where you want to currently be? Right, when you think about what had you stuck, what you were looking for, have you, got engaged in conversation, or have you heard things in books, or even things that I've said, or maybe even on podcasts, or maybe you've done personal development events in the past where you learned some great tools, or heard of some resources that could help you improve certain aspects of your life, but you're not implementing them, right? Because I know of people that are event junkies, or coach junkies, or podcast junkies, and they're not implementing anything that they learn, which, it's good to have all the knowledge, but fuck me, it's pointless if you're not implementing it and getting real life feedback for yourself. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about where you're currently stuck in your life, right? Or maybe not stuck. What brought you to this group? And the next question to ask yourself, are you aware of what needs to change your outcome? Okay, if you are you actioning that, or are you not? And if you aren't aware, maybe you can utilize this group and share what you're looking for, or ask if anyone has experience, or maybe you can just search otherwise, right? It's called taking ownership. It's taking responsibility. It's being on the front foot to create change. Because I know full well, if you don't start taking action, you're going to be in the same position in 3 months' time, in 12 months' time, in 24 months' time, if you don't. Right? If you don't start making a decision and acting upon that decision. And a lot of us are aware of some very simple things, right? Whether it's from your health, whether it's from your mindset, or just the quality of life, right? Like, a lot of it comes back to making a decision, planning, and implementing. Right? Very, very simple steps. A decision is, I want to work on improving my social circle, right? I've decided that I'm going to focus on that, and now I'm going to implement it. Your health, you've decided you wanted to be healthier. You've made a plan on how you're going to do that, and now you're implementing it. Same goes with finances. The same goes with being a dad. The same goes with being a partner or a husband or relationships. It goes for all things, right? Very simple steps. Obviously, there's more to it, but if you keep it simple, you're just going to take action. And once you're following the plan, you get real life feedback. But a lot of us get scared. We don't want to make the time to plan. We don't want to make a decision. Or we don't want to just consistently show up for something that we say we want. And so if we're not doing these things, there's going to be no change. So I urge you guys to start thinking about this, start taking ownership, even just start asking yourself some different questions and giving yourself some answers, giving yourself a response. Because when you start improving your awareness, acknowledging where you're at, and making decisions and leading through that process, you will create change. I guarantee it. That's enough for me, guys. I look forward to having a yarn with you guys at some point. Until then, we'll chat to you shortly. Yo, gents. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm sure you got a whole heap of notes. Now, before you switch off, 2 things you can do. I'm not asking 2 things of you. 2 things you can do. 1, listen to another episode. If you're only new to the podcast, take time to listen to another episode. Secondly, if you got value from that, pay it forward. Give it to a mate who you know would get some value from it. Text it to them, share it in a Facebook group that you're in, flick it in an email, do whatever you need to do to get it in their hands, because it might be the one conversation that they need to listen to that could significantly improve their life. Thanks for being a part of the Brotherhood. Chat to you guys next week. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.